My name's Andrew Forbett. I've been a mechanical apprentice with Centennial Coal for a year now, so I'm going into my second year and I'm 20. I decided to do an apprenticeship. The job that I was doing to go any further in, I had to go to university, and that was a lot of money up front for me, you know, in hex or to come up with the money itself. Whereas an apprenticeship, I think, is a good mixture of the both. You get to combine training and learning and becoming skilled with being paid at the same time. So, you know, I think that's the best of both worlds, being an apprentice. My apprenticeship consisted of, the first 6 months was full-time at TAFE doing the skills centre. So that was a lot of safety-based learning about, you know, we did our first aid, and then we also learn about safe work procedures and, you know, how to do a job safely. And then we also got basic skills which helped us for the second half of the first year come out here and do a lot of on-the-job training then. So there's a lot of sit-down paperwork learning, but then there's a lot of on-the-job learning in the latter half of the year. On a day-to-day basis, my job consists of if I'm in the workshop, I'll come in early in the morning and I'll get a job sheet off Tony, and then he'll give me the machine to go and work on. So it might be a service on an IMCO, so you come in and do all the regular things you would do with your car, but it's just on a larger scale. And
Andrew is a first year apprentice with us. He started, he's almost completed his first year actually. When Andrew first came in as a candidate, we obviously met him at that stage, interviewed, tested him, and obviously he's now an apprentice where he's on site here at Angus Place. We've really seen him grow so far in the first 12 months of his apprenticeship, and I think that, yeah, towards the second, third and fourth years of his apprenticeship, he's going to do really well. All feedback for Andrew has been great, easy to get along with, and the work he's doing on the job so far is, yeah, fantastic.
I think being a Skillset apprentice is a good thing because Skillset are there to sort of mediate any problems that you have. They also help to organise all of your training on the job and at TAFE, and also you have the benefit that if anything goes wrong during your apprenticeship, Skillset can help you with it. They can also find you if your employment or where you're employed can no longer host you. Skillset help you to find a new host employer. So my field officer is Allison, and I think she really looks after all of her apprentices and her trainees. You know, you see her on a regular basis. Even if you see her down the street, you know, she asks you how you're going. She's always happy to answer any questions you've got, or if you've got any queries, you know, she'll do her best to try and sort them out for you. So I think that's one of the benefits of doing an apprenticeship with Skillset, is you get a field officer who looks after you as an apprentice, whereas if you went out and got an apprenticeship on your own, it's just you and your employer. You don't have someone like Skillset to help you with any issues you've got. So Tony's my supervisor, and he has been since I've been out here at Angus Place on the job. To start off with, I was put with a tradesman, and I had a lot of Tony coming back and forth to make sure everything was going okay. And over the last sort of 6 months, as I've grown to be a better worker, Tony's sort of trusts me a bit more now and can give me a job, leave me with it, and if I've got any queries I can go and find him. He's got a lot of experience in the mining industry, so, you know, any hassles, Tony's a man who knows what it's all about.
Andrew's came in as a young guy who was fairly green, but he had some experience, but he's proven to be a good apprentice. He works well, he's gone well with his TAFE, and he's progressing extremely well.
The benefits of apprentices for Centennial is they need to train people up to obviously replace their skills force as well. So they have these apprentices where they can train them how they want to train them. They actually use a skills centre through Lithgow TAFE for the first 6 months, and these guys get a bit of cross-trade skills. So they might be doing an electrical apprenticeship, but we'll actually give them a training in fitting and machining, metal fabrication, communicating, IT, all of that sort of thing for the first 6 months, and that gets them guys job ready for when they actually start out on the mine site, that they're actually getting here and able to sort of start on the job basically straight away, and they've got an indication of what they want to do.
I think the benefits of doing an apprenticeship for local youth is that if you come out of school, you do your school certificate, and you get yourself an apprenticeship, you get paid while you learn, so you don't have to go to university. You can then come out of that with a nationally recognised qualification, and you're also a skilled worker as well, so you've got the 4 years experience.